Hi, my name is Sam Jones, and today I would just like to take the time to talk to you a little bit about my research project. It all started off with me interviewing three people from the African American slash Filipino cultural group. And when I mean slash, I mean they're a mix. So their mother or father was either Filipino or African American. And I decided to do the report on that cultural group just based on the facts because I thought it would be, just cool and unique and different. But also, I guess, something similar to myself because I'm from a multicultural background. So I wanted to, explore and see if there was any similarities between myself and someone else from a multicultural background. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to do it. Another reason was because I kind of didn't know much about them. I mean, I've definitely seen um, people who are mixed with African American and Filipino, and they've always given me a kind of standoffish type of vibe. And I mean, I have stereotypes of Filipinos, so like, and African Americans. So I've kind of, put those stereotypes on the culture, I guess, just because they are, both. So I assume they are both, which is wrong. And that's definitely one of the things I would have to say. I was happy to do to research them because it definitely changed. And what changed was just the interviews. By interviewing them and getting to know them, it's definitely it's nice to see that there are some similarities and that they don't just, because I mean, one of my stereotypes that I had for African Americans is that, or Filipinos, or both, is that they like to play the victim sometimes, but not a genuine victim. It's more like sneaky, maniacal, trying to be a victim and a little mean. I just felt like they were mean and rude and stuck up and just not straightforward people. And it's really, it's an eye opener because by interviewing them, I totally didn't get that at all. I mean, they're very opening people once you get to know them. Now, as you saw when I interviewed the gentleman, he had a wig on and glasses, and that was because he didn't want to have his personal, I guess, stuff out there. And because this was a personal interview, I asked a couple personal questions. And, that definitely showed me that if people from that culture don't trust you or don't feel like what you're doing is genuine, they will not be involved at all. They will not be a part of it at all. Because, like, for example, I went to a baptism recently, and the girl who was getting baptized, she was African American and Filipino mixed, and I knew her mother, and they wouldn't let me take pictures. So I had to let them, I let them know that this was for a project, and they didn't want me putting their personal pictures on actual, I guess, the internet or something. I mean, I'm still trying. Hopefully, I can get her to give them to me. I'm still trying to get the pictures, but as of now, I don't have them. But that showed me that if they don't trust you or if they don't know you, they don't want their business being known. And it wasn't that they didn't trust me, it was just that they didn't want it just to be out, I guess. Just be seen by someone they didn't know. And that definitely, it explained to me why they kind of gave off that rude, stuck up, mean type of vibe because they didn't know me, they didn't trust me, they didn't, the ones who I have dealt with or interacted with, they had no idea what type of person I was. So that was definitely a good eye opener. And a couple of things that I noticed when it came to law enforcement with the women of this culture group is that they really didn't have problems because they were attractive. And that's what I put together. Both women I interviewed said they kind of didn't have problems with law enforcement. One said because I'm a woman, I guess, and the other one said because she was pretty. I mean, I feel like that's probably something that cultural group relies on is that their looks and their prettiness. And when it comes to law enforcement, men are men. If a pretty girl, bats her eyelashes at you, then you're probably not going to give him such a hard time. But on the other hand, when I interviewed the gentleman, he said he didn't feel like it was his race, but he just kind of felt like they were always being drawn to him. So it was interesting to see the difference between, same cultural background, but different experiences when it came to law enforcement. But I was happy to hear that not any of them really felt like they were done wrong by law enforcement because of their cultural background, so that definitely was something nice to hear and figure out from interviewing them. But yeah, I would have to say that it was definitely an eye-opening experience to meet these people and to learn about them. It's definitely changed my whole outlook on the whole group, and I was really appreciative about how willing they were to get me involved. But I would have to say, that definitely changed my views on the culture. It shocked me. I didn't think that I was going to find people who are willing to open up. So I'm definitely glad that I chose to do my project on the African American and Filipino, you know, multicultural group. And I hope that by watching this, you understand why I chose to pick them. And that'll be all. Thank you.